Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. Today we're discussing, of course, some NBA reviews, the weekly review of the NBA, and also some other basketball news, of course, as well around the Unrivaled league and stuff, and also the top things that are going on. So we're gonna start off first with one of the big topics, of course. Anthony Edwards suspension, of course, happened after his 13 technical foul. I think you get 16. I think it's 16 is certain amount of technical fouls you get, and then you get suspended, of course, and you have to pay a fine of a $35,000 fine that happened to as well and stuff. So a lot of things been happening, of course, in the basketball world, and that kind of led to my next topic as well too. But Anthony Edwards, had the technical fouls. Some of the technical fouls was not his fault, but sometimes the game is a little different in the NBA. Even though a lot of stuff they call stuff if you stare a player down, if you talk too much or certain things, a lot of different things be happening like that. So we've seen a lot of players lead the league in technical foul before. We've seen Anthony Edwards, Draymond Green has a few times, Luka Doncic as well led the league in technical fouls a few times as well. So you'll see those guys get some texts, and sometimes the referees have a little more leeway with them, like letting them do certain things that they might not let other people do and stuff. So we'll see when Anthony Edwards get back. I think it's 2 game suspension. I think. Two game suspension, so he should be back probably eventually. But yeah, that was kind of led to the next topic, which people was discussing. Of course, we see a lot of big headlines about it. Of course, LeBron James comments about the face of the league, and what LeBron said was correct. He said, "Why would we be face of the league if you're just getting shit on the whole time like that? They just saying things about you, and everything you're good, never good enough." And that is true. They compare you, like my picture right here. It's showing the legacy of the legends. You got Kobe Bryant, you got Michael Jordan, you got LeBron James. But a lot of times they have to compare apple to oranges, different play positions, different play styles, and different eras as well. But they never get a player like a generation. Of course, you can get critiqued. Of course, you're not saying don't critique him, but it's in a way where nothing I do is ever great. LeBron, they say he needed championships, he go get championships, but he created a super team. They had Celtics had a super team already with Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Rondo and all those individuals, Ray Allen and all that stuff was already made. So, but they didn't see anything about those getting rings and stuff. But LeBron join the Heat and get a championship, 2 championships with the Heat, go to 4 straight with the Miami Heat, get some rings. He joined a super team to get him like that. He ain't got enough rings like that. He go back to Cleveland and win a championship. They're like, well, he got Kyrie and Kevin Love that came on. Okay, and then he do different things around like that. Go to the Lakers, get a championship ring. Now they say he don't have enough MVPs. He had 4 MVPs. He ain't got enough to catch Jordan. He ain't got enough this and that. He ain't got enough scoring titles. So it's never good enough for them like that. He broke the records with most points ever scored ever by any player like that. And he's still playing at a high level. He's still averaging 25 a game, which is crazy at the age of 40. Playing at a high level. He's still a top probably 1A, 1B option like that, depending on what night Luka and them doing. Like that 1A or 1B option for his team, like that, a focal point of his team, the driving force of his team. And you see him get, of course, credit for some stuff, but he's saying it's more negativity than anything like that. Of course, you can critique the player and say, well, he didn't play good this game or that game, but I feel like everything LeBron probably kind of had that mistake of everything I do is never good enough anyway. So why would I want to face the league in the first place? If you guys just want to hate on me, everything I do, I can go out there and save the world from a meteor that would fall, but then you find something else. We didn't save the world for that tsunami that happened way too far over the other side of the planet. So LeBron would never be able to, in this era, because the social media world, if he had social media back then too, probably the same for other players as well. But LeBron would never be getting the full credit from the media fully, because it's they all gonna find something to hate on a little bit and sense and stuff. But as a player, he's a great player like that. He's a great player, phenomenal player out there too, one of the best players, up there with some of the greats and stuff. But I feel that's kind of what his narrative is a little bit like that. He's saying Anthony Edwards, I don't want to be the face of the league like that. You guys just keep putting negativity on him and all the things happening surrounding him. I know the league is kind of struggling to find that next focal point after LeBron, who they're gonna bring in as the face, and who's gonna have it should let it kind of happen naturally a little bit. Because LeBron was it was forced, but he got forced in position a little bit because they kind of was labeling him the chosen one. He was 18, and it was saying all type of things. I think when he got in the league, I was 2 years old, which is crazy. He was I was born 2001. He got in the league, I think, in 2003 or 4. So he's been in the league for quite some time. So they were labeling him the chosen one. They would label him the chosen one, all this, the king and stuff like that. Your highness, all this crazy stuff. They would label him all that pressure as a high schooler. And he got to the league. He lived up to the expectations, actually beyond the expectations. Became one of the best players of all time, and arguably the best player of all time, depending on who you ask and stuff as well, generations. So I understand LeBron kind of messages around that. In the league, the media always seem to have more negativity and never they kind of undermine all the things he do like that, compare him to other people instead of just making him be LeBron James. He's not like Jordan. Well, he's not Jordan. He's LeBron. The Batman movie not like the Spider-Man movie because it's not Spider-Man movie, it's a Batman movie. So like everything is different like that. If you take things to what they are, you'll be able to enjoy things. Like people always compare certain stuff, like certain sports to certain things. If you just take it into the realm, it'd be good like that. Like everything else will be the same thing. Like as you guys know, me, I love watching men basketball and women basketball. And people say, oh well, the NBA not the NBA. Well, because it's not the NBA, it's the NBA. Like that, you take it to what it is like that, you can enjoy it very good. No need to compare everything together. It's like I'm a big fan of wrestling as well. Wrestling brands, WWE, AEW, New Japan, they're all wrestling, but they're all different styles. They portray wrestling different. Everybody have a different message. Everybody have different opinions, and so they portray the stories and portray everything differently. So you can't say it's not this company because it's not that company. It's something different. So that's kind of what LeBron is kind of saying a little bit, like, you know, they're gonna compare you to the past legends. Because once LeBron retire, they'll give more. They'll start getting more credit. Like you see, a lot of people get more credit when he retire, and then the next star they're gonna compare him. Are they doing LeBron to Jordan? They're gonna start comparing that person to LeBron like that. Well, he haven't did this yet. He haven't did that yet, and that yet. And you're gonna keep seeing it continue over and over. So I wouldn't want to be the face of the league either. They're doing all that either. So I agree with LeBron on that take. Then move on to the next topic, which is of course about the NBA standings. The NBA standings right now. Cavaliers still first in the East. You got the Celtics at 2, Knicks at 3, the Bucks at 4. The Pacers at 5, Pistons at 6, still doing a pretty good job. My Heat finally back up there. It's at 7. I want to make a video on there a few days ago about us winning back-to-back games, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on it. But the Heat winning back-to-back games, the 7th spot right now, 2 games out of 500. Hopefully, we can find a way to muster and get back there. Andrew Wiggins is kind of merging in a little bit. Tyler Hero playing at a good level. He had 29 points the last game against the Pacers we played. So I'm actually liking what we're doing a little bit. So hope we can keep winning some games and getting back in there. The Magic's at 8. You got the Hawks at 9. Bulls at 10, Sixers at 11. They moved up a little bit to try to get in that play-in spot. Nets at 12, Raptors at 13, 14 Hornets, 15 Wizards, of course. And then Western Conference, you got the Thunder still at 1. You know, SGA playing at a high level. He's an MVP candidate. And right behind him is the Nuggets, of course. And Jokic's playing at a high level. He's averaging a triple-double this year as well. So those are going to be the finalists, probably the 2 finalists for MVP. Jokic got 3 of them already. Will he win his 4th one, or will SGA get his 1st one? We'll see. Lakers at 3 as well. Lakers playing pretty good, especially Luka Doncic merging in. Things been flowing better. You know, playmaker and Luka Doncic, who's find guys who's getting triple doubles out there, who's just playing tremendously out there too as well. So it kind of take a lot off LeBron's plate. LeBron loves and thrives on playing off ball a little bit too, not being hands-on with everything. And you're seeing it works well like that, especially in the 4th quarters, even putting on some good showing and stuff like that. I think he did have it was an injury thing that happened too as well against the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken too. So we'll see what happened with that too as well. Yeah, but moving on to who's the next person? Who's the next? The Grizzlies. Yeah, Grizzlies at 4, Rockets at 5, Clippers at 6. We're doing a pretty good job still. The Warriors at 7. They got Jimmy Butler. I think they're 6-1 or 7-1 with Jimmy Butler joining them. So doing a good job. Jimmy Butler do all the dirty work. He'll go out there and he'll play make. He'll go out there and guard all positions like that. Go out there and play at a high level and stuff, especially around the perimeter. He can guard very well, and he also can get that free throw line constantly. Now, they might call him a free throw merchant sometimes, but he can get that free throw line constantly, and he can make a difference. So if Jimmy Butler bring that what he did here in Miami for us and stuff, he go out there and put the Jimmy playoff mode, playoff Jimmy on with Stephen Curry playing the way he plays as well. He might have an opportunity to go out there and knock some teams off. I wouldn't be surprised. You got the Kings at 8, Timberwolves at 9, Mavericks at 10, and then you got the Suns at 11. Trailblazers at 12, the Spurs at 13, and the Pelicans at 14, and then 15 at the Jazz. So that's the standings right now for the NBA. And that's all the NBA news I have right here. Now I'm going to dive into, of course, the Unrivaled. The Unrivaled, we've seen, of course, the Vino take down the Laces. That was a 1-point game right there. And I think the Laces are now 5-6. And you also seen the Mist. They blew out the Phantom 88-62. And on the Mist now are 5-7. And then, on the Phantoms are 3-8. And the Lunar Owls get another victory. They're the team with the most. They're 10-1. Right now they have the Future College on their team and all. I think Skylar Diggins, Alicia Gray, they play at a high level and stuff as well defensively. Cause they hustle so hard like that. It's 3v3 basketball, so they hustle so hard. They know how to do certain looks and stuff, defensive formations. They playing at a high level, so they go out there playing real good. They're sitting at 10-1 right now, of course, doing their thing. They beat the Venom yesterday, and then you see also the Mist defeat the Rose. The Mist are 5-7. I mentioned the Rose about the 6-5, so we're gonna see what happens like that. See who walk away with the championship. We seen the 1-on-1 tournament. The Future Collier was playing tremendous. It's her league, so she's like, hey, her and Brandon Stewart helped form this league and stuff like that. Went out there and played very good in the 1v1 tournament. Next year they probably switch up a little bit. Some fans are complaining about the bigs versus the guards and stuff like that. But me, I'm like, hey, in basketball, when you switch on the opponent, like, you know, sometimes they might call a screen, you might get a guard on a big, and sometimes it can be a mismatch on both sides because the guard might be too slow to guard the big might be too slow to guard the guard. Sometimes the guard might be too small to guard the big, and sometimes they might be able to mess them up a little bit too. So I feel like I like the mix and matches of certain things and stuff like that. Like you see certain stuff, of course, and keeping it cool and stuff. So they do like bigs versus bigs and then guard versus guard. That'd be cool. But I feel like the mix and match happens in basketball naturally anyway. You know, you see people switch on certain people, so it's gonna happen. So I didn't really mind it. It was pretty fun to me watching that and stuff as well. So yeah, that's basically all the news I have today for basketball. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow for the NFL mock draft. I'm gonna do a first round only mock draft for the NFL, and then I'm also having one for Steelers Syndicate channel, the other channel, Unrivaled 3000 over there. Go to that channel, you can watch the Steelers on mock draft as well. You can watch the previous one I did on this channel as well. I did on Saturday, so you can watch that one too. And then next week, this coming Friday, I'm gonna have another mock draft on this channel, Steelers mock draft 2.0, so go look out for that. And yeah, other news videos as well. As you guys know, the free agency coming up too, so we'll see some NFL free agency stuff happen. Of course, keeping you guys up to date with the NBA news, a little bit of college basketball as well, and March Madness start, and get things fully going. But I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace out.